Good morning, Petunia Preschool. It is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy rainy Wednesday. This weekend, David and I set our pool up, and now the cover is full of rainwater, and there's so much rain in the forecast. David, you might have to swim in your pool in the rain just to make it worth it, right? David is making cereal before his class meeting. It's Wednesday. I almost forgot about his meeting.
Mommy, you already said it's Wednesday.
And sorry.
You said Wednesday. You said it's Wednesday. You said Wednesday. You said good morning, Virginia. It's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. And you said Wednesday.
Look at that. I'm gonna forget how to do my hair once we go back to school. I might just always look kind of funny. You guys, this morning when I went out, I think I've told you before that I have seen what I thought was a hawk, and now I know it was a hawk because I did a little research this morning. But I've seen a hawk. I think this will be the third or fourth time I've seen him. And he flies. So my neighbors on that side have a lot of really big trees in their yard. Sometimes in the summertime at nighttime, bats fly out of there, and it's really cool. Talia, real bats, they fly out of there and they flap around. But this hawk that I've seen, he kind of flies, and I've seen him fly out of the trees and fly away, and I've seen him fly to the trees. And one time he was just sitting on the top of this tree. He's so cool because he's just bigger than like a normal bird that you would see normally. And this morning, I was just walking out the door to let my doggies go to the bathroom.
Oh, you haven't told me this yet.
Did I tell you I saw a hawk this morning? Yeah. And all of a sudden, just crashing out of the trees was the hawk, and it was being chased by about 5 crows. And it was so cool. It was right above me, and the hawk was just like going crazy. But the crows chased it away, and I think that the crows probably have nests with babies in the trees right now. I think springtime is about when that happens. And the hawk is probably wants to go and get the babies, and so the crows are protecting their babies. And on Sunday, on Mother's Day, me and Zach were sitting outside in the middle of the day. Let me tell, it's my story. And all of a sudden, just like today, but even louder, the trees, I just heard cracking in the trees, and I stood up, and right nearly over me came a big owl, huge owl. This wingspan, it just seemed so big because I'm not used to just seeing owls up close like that. Came flying out and was being chased by the crows. It was so cool. The crows chased him away, but I like knowing or like thinking that there's an owl right there in the tree right next to my yard. Like, that's so cool. I saw an owl this winter when I was on a run. It went right next to me. It was really,
I've seen an owl before.
Really crazy. We always hear owls when we're camping.
Well, yeah, one time when me and Daddy were.
That's right. I was with you when we. I think we were at the Children's Arboretum. We saw an owl just sitting in the trees. This one seemed bigger, maybe because that one was just sitting, but this one, when its wings were out, it just seemed so huge.
Yeah, the wings. Owl's wings are about as long as this. No, not like that. Like, not this, about as big as this plus that. It's like this plus this. So more like
It was big.
Like that big.
It was really big. And then yesterday, another bird story. We have 3 bird stories. David was watching a show on the futon right here, and I was just on the floor.
Can I tell you kind of more of my story?
Okay. I was doing my workout right here. We were both.
Okay, I was watching TV, and then it seemed like there was such a big bird slammed into the window, just went bang.
I thought there was like an explosion outside because I had earbuds in, and I heard it through my earbuds, but I couldn't tell, like, was that outside? And David had been sitting right here, and we have our the door. So David was sitting there, and the door right there. So it's like a window. and a bird must have just smashed into the door. It was super duper loud. And I went out to look to see if there was any injured birds out there, and it must have flown away. I hope he felt okay. He should wear a helmet next time he's flying.
Yeah, birds don't wear helmets.
They don't? My coffee's not hot anymore.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't get my second cup on time. All right, guys. It's Wednesday. David has his meeting soon, so I am going to read a book right away. I'm going to read... We already read The Jungle Book, right? We read The Rescuers. Have we read a lot of these already? Gosh.
Mommy,
Yeah?
I still feel like you don't care about those Germans. You're not paying any attention
I
to them.
do care about the Germans. I just need to find a good spot, and I like them right there because I
In
can see them.
your room, on your shelf.
We read The Rescuers. We read Jungle Book. We read DuckTales. We haven't read this one. You want
I'll pick one.
Okay. Those ones are the ones that I already read.
Oh.
Well, look at that. We haven't read this one, right? I mean, we've read it before. We haven't read it today. So, guys, the plumbers did their work at the preschool. I'm going to go over there.
Yeah, we haven't read it today. Of course we haven't read it today.
Not today. I mean, since we've been reading books from home. And it's all... Try not to
we haven't...
be a snatcher.
One way to say it is we've never read it in a video.
All right.
The easiest way to say it.
Show everybody how you can take a drink of your milk from this is
So
the
this
coolest.
straw and...
You drink his milk, the straw.
See?
Birds. There's so many birds out there. I know, you're going to spill. Come on, you're supposed to do it leave it on the table. Okay, silent chewing. How quiet can you be? Silent chewing. All right, let's read a book before David does his meeting. Pluto, the Detective. There's Mickey. That looks cozy, doesn't it? He's sitting in front of the fire. Let me get this. Mickey and his dog Pluto lived together in a cozy little house. They were very good friends. Every morning, Pluto ran to get Mickey's paper. They played tug of war with the paper. Mickey always let go first, so Pluto always won. Sometimes they played go fetch. Mickey threw a stick and Pluto ran after the stick and brought it back to Mickey. One day, Mickey was reading the paper and he saw something very interesting. "Hey, Pluto," he said, "listen to this." The paper says there was a big jewel robbery yesterday, Mickey said excitedly. $50,000 worth of jewelry was stolen from Otto's Jewelers. The owner is offering a $5,000 reward to anyone who helps find the jewels.
Anyone who helps, I would help. Because I would get $5,000 and then I could buy all the germs and stuff I wanted.
Shopping spree. "I'm sure the two of us could track down these robbers," said Mickey. "Help me find my detective outfit." Mickey put on his detective hat and coat and put on his meanest look. They went outside and started searching. Pluto sniffed everything along the way. He kept his nose close to the ground so he would not miss anything. Then Pluto smelled something and started to run. "Is it the robbers, Pluto?" asked Mickey. Pluto just ran and pulled Mickey behind him. Uh-oh, that's not a good way to walk on your leash. Suddenly, Pluto jumped over a fence and broke his leash. Mickey fell flat on his face. On the other side of the fence, Pluto found what he was looking for. A bone. Not the jewels. Excuse me, itchy nose. But just then, Pluto saw Butch, the biggest, ugliest, meanest looking bulldog Pluto had ever seen. The bone lay on the grass close to Butch. Luckily, Butch was asleep. Pluto knew he should not take the bone from Butch, but the bone was too good to pass up. Uh-oh, Pluto. Should he do it?
No, you shouldn't, because then Butch is going to attack you with it.
Just then, Butch opened one eye and growled. Terry growledy. Off ran Pluto, carrying the bone. Butch followed close behind. They ran down the street. They turned a corner and knocked over the grocer's fruits and vegetables. Uh-oh. Pluto needed a place to hide from Butch. He saw a door and ran through it. He was going into the Hall of Mirrors. Inside, Pluto was surprised to see a lot of dogs. There were thin ones, fat ones, and they were all carrying bones. Have you ever seen mirrors like this at the Enchanted Forest? They have a couple of those mirrors, and some of them make you look tall, some of them make you look short, some make you look wide. At OMSI they have.
One time I lifted my finger and my finger went so
long. Yeah, it was really long. They have one like that at OMSI, and I think at that what's that pizza place, right? Wasn't there one at that pizza place that we went to?
What are you talking about?
Or a mirror like that at that pizza place we went for Hammer's birthday. Was there a mirror like that? One of these funny mirrors?
What are you talking? No.
Like in that lobby? I think there was. What was that place called? So Pluto is surprised to see all these different
video games.
There was video games, and there was the claw machine, but I also think there was one of those mirrors. We'll have to go back when we can. Pluto thought it was very strange. Suddenly he saw Butch. Butch looked huge. Use the straw. Oh, you're an animal. Butch looked huge. Pluto had to get away from him. Will you go put that away and then grab your math book so you're ready? Ew. Good job. Now go put that in the sink and put water in it. Don't do that, please. And get your math book out. Butch looked huge. Pluto had to get away from him. Pluto ran out of the Hall of Mirrors. He was still holding the bone. Butch was chasing him again. Pluto almost ran into a little girl with a lollipop. She dropped her lollipop, and he dropped the bone. Butch picked up the bone and walked away. Got his bone back. Poor little girl. Have you ever been knocked over by a dog? I've been knocked over by a dog.
Yep, you got a concussion.
Pluto did not stop running until he came to the park, and then he saw that Butch was not chasing him. He looked for a place to rest. Get your math book. Pluto curled up under the park bench and fell asleep. I think if my dog got lost, he would have to be really tired to lay down. He'd be scared. Cringer is scared of everything.
Scared of literally everything.
Later, two men came to the park. One was short and one was tall, and they were looking for something. The short man pointed at the park bench. "I hid the package of jewels under there," he said. "You fool," said the tall man. "It's probably gone by now." The two men looked under the bench. "There it is," said the short man. "It's under that dog." What are you doing, honey? Could you get your math book?
I did. It's right there.
David is meeting with his math teacher today instead of his homeroom teacher, and I thought it would be, you can do it next to me. I thought it'd be a good idea for him to have his math work done for today. They've met Otis. All right. The package was wrapped in newspaper, and the tall man reached for it. Just then, Pluto woke up. Pluto saw the man's hand on the package. He growled. The man tried to grab the package. Pluto bit into it and would not let go. Do you remember what game... Excuse me, I don't want that hair to go in my coffee. Do you remember what game Pluto likes to play with the newspaper? Do you remember? Tug of War.
Bum, bum, bum,
So-
bum. It's a pencil.
Right. Just then, Mickey came into the park. He was feeling tired. He had spent hours looking for Pluto. Then Mickey heard something. That sounds like Pluto growling, he said to himself. Mickey whistled for Pluto. I can't. Can you guys whistle? David, can you whistle?
No.
Hey, that's probably my best whistle ever.
How'd you do that?
It's really quiet. I couldn't whistle loud enough. My dad can whistle, so like
Daddy
so
can
loud.
too.
Yeah, Daddy can.
Well, so how do you whistle like this?
I can't whistle like that. Can't do it. And gross. Take your fingers out of your mouth.
It's not working.
Excuse me.
Look at that.
Hey, nobody likes that.
I sneeze.
You didn't. You just
Snooze.
screamed. Did you guys do that?
Snooze.
Maybe it just randomly screams out. It makes me want to punch him. Excuse me. Choked on my... Hey, Dee. Quiet, honey. Quiet now. Pluto did not hear Mickey whistle. He was trying to get the package away from the two men. Finally, they lost their hold and fell down. Pluto trotted off with the package. He was proud of himself. All of a sudden, he saw Mickey. Pluto! Cried Mickey happily. Pluto ran to Mickey and licked him on the face. Then the two men ran up. That is our package. The two men ran up. That is our package, they said. Give it to us. Okay, said Mickey.
No,
Should they do it?
no, because it's the package of jewels.
How come you don't finish this page? Don't just doodle. Finish this page that you started.
I don't know how.
You don't know how?
Well, I just don't.
Well, that
it's
would be a
hard
good
for me
thing to
add
ask
mentally.
Allison.
No, I know how to do all this.
All right, then
But
do-
I don't know how to. It's hard for me to add mentally and subtract.
Well, then get a piece of paper and do
Well,
your
she says subtract mentally, which
Oh.
means in your head.
Sheesh.
And can you
The man grabbed the package from Mickey.
true for
Then
me?
the string came loose. Beautiful jewels began to tumble out. These must be the jewel thieves we were looking for, Mickey said to himself. Mickey blew his whistle. The robbers were so busy picking up the jewels that they did not hear him. Two policemen came running and grabbed the thieves. Thanks, Mickey, said the policeman. You and Pluto did a fine job. Hey, Dee, try to do it mentally.
I don't know. It's hard.
Huh? Don't do that. Don't do that. You're going to hurt yourself. The next night, Mickey and Pluto sat quietly by the fire. Mickey had $5,000 reward. Pluto had a fancy new collar and a delicious new bone.
Can I see it?
You know, my doggies both need new collars. Cringers has never had a new collar, and I actually get afraid, like, maybe it will break sometime, and that wouldn't be good.
Okay.
And Tila, I noticed her collars get a little tight.
No, hers is not.
Okay, David knows.
Yeah,
All right, David and I have to.
No, that's not all.
David is messing around with his pencil. He was doing this to work mentally. And do you guys remember the story I told you what happened to me with a pencil? Pencil just like this. And number
Give
two.
it! Right?
Can I tell my story and then I'll say good?
You don't need the pencil to tell your story.
It's about a pencil.
Well,
Oh, David is. It's okay. Like a day, I might throw his math book again or throw him. No, put it down. Try to do it mentally.
but I don't know how to do it mentally. It's hard
All
for
right,
me.
I gotta
to
go help
hear.
David with his math. If you stopped messing around.
Let me try one question mentally.
Do you want to come sign out and then I'll help you? I think I know how to help you think
It's
about that.
6
You guys want to see his math?
20.
There's David working hard.
Have you ever done that? Look how many numbers are right there. I had to fill those in.
He's doing a good job.
And Mommy, it's not just counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. No, it's making a times tables.
I remember those. All right. Do you want to come sign out with me?
5.
David and...
No! We forgot to do Jesse and David signing in.
I just do my hello, 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 hello.
But I hate it.
Hurry up.
Yeah, hello, hello, hello,
Hello, hello, hello, hello. And now it's goodbye, 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 goodbye. See you tomorrow. Jesse and David.
And wait, no.
And Otis
Signing
signing out. Signing out. Shut up.